actually. We did a duet on one of his albums, and he's on a song on Open Letter with me. Um,
Got you.
yeah, he was like a second father to me. He used to come to the crib. He used to he taught me so much stuff about just about music. Like, you know what I mean?
Really?
When I first met him, how I met him, we was in St. Martin,
Got you.
and the Gap Band was performing. I was there, and I think I was performing maybe maybe 2 nights later. So
Okay.
The Gap Band is performing. You know, I'm a Gap Band head, so I'm standing there, I'm rocking with the crowd, and he's like, "Yo, I want to stop." And this before he sang "Yearning for Your Love," and he was like, "I want to bring my new adopted son up here." So now I'm mad, like, who the
Who
hell
the
are you
hell
talking
is
about?
the
Right. He was like, tonight we're gonna baptize him. He's gonna get baptized tonight. And he was like,
Baptized?
yeah, yeah. Let me. When he used to call me every time before we get off the phone, he would keep gapping, baby. That's how we hang up.
Keep
But
guessing.
keep gapping, baby. I got a little gapper tattoo because they got the little gappers, the baby gappers, all that.
Really?
But so he brought me on stage with them, and me and him sang "Yearning for Your Love" together. Yeah, it was crazy. And so ever since that, we was like crazy tight. So when I was doing the album, because I had done a duet for him, I wrote a song for him on one of his albums, and he came. And actually, what happened? Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was like, "We got a surprise for you," because we had started working on the song, and I left from working with them and came back home. And when I went back to finish, they was like, "We got a surprise for you. Here, sit down, listen." And Uncle Charlie was singing all the backgrounds. I'm like, "Oh, that's dope. That's dope." But
Really?
that's my favorite album because I connected with everybody that I worked with on that album. Like
Ah,
it was like almost spiritual. You know what I mean? Like, and I've rarely felt that feeling in music and in making music.
really?
Yeah.
So, and when you, well, so, and going, I like to go back, we go forward, we go back. Um, Growing up
Hmm.
in your household,
Hmm.
who was it? It wasn't anyone in your household that kind of pushed you and that supported you in what you wanted to do, and at what age did you say, hey, this is it?
Well, no, actually, that's twofold because my grandmother, who didn't live in my house, we was real close to her. She pushed us all into music. So as little kids, I mean, we was 3, 4 years old. I got pictures. I posted one. I'm gonna post it next
Okay.
Thursday. I'm like 4 years old, and they would plug the microphone into the stereo system. Remember, the stereo system used to take up the whole wall, and they would plug.
Yes.
They would yeah, they would plug the microphone in, and I would do concerts for company. Like I'm Matter
Oh,
of fact, hit me and remind me to post that picture next
okay.
Thursday.
I will.
Matter of fact, I might post it. I might post it later tonight.
Okay. Okay.
But so she pushed me into music. My dad was a singer. He used to sing with Cameo when they used to be called East Coast. So
East Coast. Okay.
yeah, and so it was always music in the house.
Got
Now
you.
now as far as supporting me on making a record, they wasn't because by the time I got to that age, because that's all I ever wanted to do. By the time I got to the age where I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing, they had become Jehovah's Witnesses.
Ah,
And so they wasn't supportive of me doing that. So,
I was gonna say, yeah, Jehovah
not at
Witness.
all. Yeah, not one bit.
So how did Michael make it? How did Michael Jackson make it through? Did they just say, you know what, did they get kicked out the kingdom?
Nah, but see, it depends on your
How
parents
far? Okay.
because George Benson is a Jehovah's Witness too. So it just depends. Like my parents just took it. I guess they was really strict about it, but
Oh, okay.
everybody's not as strict as you know.
In the kingdom.
I didn't say in the kingdom.
In the
remind me,
kingdom.
remind me
We
to
gotta call
fight
it.
you when I see you.
It's
Not
all
in the
good
kingdom.
though.
Not in the kingdom, though.
In the kingdom,
No, the
honey.
Kingdom Hall. The Kingdom Hall.
Well, yeah, I just for short,
I know
honey.
that's hilarious, though. That's hilarious. The Kingdom. Oh man, I can't wait to say that.
He's so funny.
Can't wait.
Yo, so question. The other thing, so how is your fast forward to how is your creative process when you were creating your first album or your first single, that first song, when you hit that whatever song, the track was like, yeah, that's it. That first song you recorded, how was that creative process? What did you do? And
I didn't. What's funny about the first album, I didn't get that feeling because on the first album I was signed to Spoil Rotten, and Spoil
yes, I
Rotten
remember.
was signed to Def Jam.
Right.
So if you can imagine, I have my ideas. They have to run through Spoil Rotten, and then they have to run through Def Jam. So it was kind of, and as a new artist, you kind of trying to find yourself and
Yourself. Yep.
trying to figure it out. But with all of those people involved, it's hard to do that.
Ah.
So that first album, to this day, I hate that album because it. And I'm tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to tell you why. Because
Please.
because I didn't get a chance. I feel like that album doesn't represent me as I know me as an artist.
Right.
I feel like the next two did, and I feel like the other ones after that did. But that first one, because after that first one, I wasn't on Sport Rotten no more. It was just me and Def Jam, and Def Jam was like, okay, go do your shit. That's why I had that freedom.
Ah.
So
That's why.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And so when you got to the next album, was it on another label or was it on the same label?
No, it was on Def Jam. It was
It was on
directly
Def.
to Def Jam instead of Sport Rotten Def Jam.
So Spoil Rotten was out of it after
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. It was just me and Def Jam.
So you had more leeway.
I had a ton more leeway because
Okay.
think about it, Def Jam is a hip hop label.
Got you.
The only R&B artist they had at that time was Montel Jordan and me.
Oh.
No, and they had my dude's Player, but Player hadn't come out yet.
Oh, right. I remember
Right.
Player.
Yeah, so it was just me and Montel. And so they acknowledged that they're not going to tell me how to make R&B records because they're a hip hop label. That's what they do.
Right. They're like,
So
do what you want, Case.
Yeah, I had so much leeway.
Oh.
And that's when I really began to like for me, as far as how I feel and interpret the music, that second album is my first album to me because that was the growth process for me.
Got you. Okay. So that's basically your baby.
The second album?
The second.
No, the third one is my baby because that's the one where I came into my own and I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I got this.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
And what were the singles that from the second album that you took in and said, okay,
the second album,
the
second album singles were "Happily Ever After," "Faded Pictures," and "Not Your Friend," and "Think of You." The song I did with Boyz II Men, "Think of You." So those were the singles.
Now some people might not know. Some of them probably were born in the 2000s. I don't know the ages on it. But can you do like a little piece of
And there's something crazy I'm feeling, and I don't even know what I can do about it.
Yes.
That's a little bit.
So y'all know that one. Yes. And so the third album that you did was still under Def Jam.
Yep. The third album, the singles were "Missing You" and "Not Your Friend."
Ah.
Yeah. "Missing You," "Not Your Friend."
Do you need to wet the whistle a little bit? "Missing You" goes like what?
If I remember it, standing here looking out my window. The nights are long and my days are cold because I don't have you. How can I be so damn demanding? I know you said that it's over now, but I can't let go. Every day I want to pick up the phone and tell you that you're... Yeah, something like that.
I love it.
It's something like that.
And then everybody's saying, yes, that's the song. They love it right now.
Yeah, that was actually my biggest record.
You know what?
Yeah.
Now, was it because, not the only reason why, because is hot, of course, that joint was fire. But were they
whoever said that, yeah, "Song for Sky" is on that album too, yeah, on Open Letter. I just saw that in the comments.
Oh, it's okay, yes. We're going to get to the comments. We're going to go boop, 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 boop.
Okay.
So any questions, y'all have, please send it in the question box. Hit the little question mark so then I can always go to it. For the third, so being in Def Jam, under Def Jam, were they pushing it a lot? Like were they backing you a lot when the second, or pushing that single the way you wanted it to, or was it the song just led the way?
The song led the way. Like I was never completely happy with the way that they push my albums. But at the same time, I can't be mad at that because they were a hip hop label, and I knew that when I went into it. So I can only be but so mad.
Right. You were like,
Yeah,
okay, they don't know this genre really. They just trying me out. You
yeah,
kind of like were the guinea
yeah,
pig, you
yeah,
and Montel.
yeah. And they won with Montel. So when I came, it's like, and then think about it. Then my first single was "Touch Me, Tease Me." They was like, "Oh, we got this." So then when you try to
Papa,
tell them,
give me mixed up.
right,
So
right,
then,
yeah, yeah. But then when you try to tell them, like, "Hey, we need to do this and this and that," they like, "Ah, we doing that like this." And then later on, they like, "Oh yeah, you was right. I know."
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ah, got you. So now, what your collaborations, now we don't like to pick sides and we don't like to pick people, pick
Yes,
people
y'all
out.
do. Yes, y'all do. Yes, y'all do. That's why y'all got these versus battles going on. I hate
Oh,
it here. I hate it here.
you know what?
That's why y'all got this happening. Yes,
We
y'all
want to
do.
talk about the verse thing. Listen, I'm creating a show, Bananas. We're going to talk after this.
Okay. Okay.
Bananas.
Okay.
Bananas. Okay? It's going to be on a major net, but we'll talk. But
Okay. Okay.
definitely want you involved in that. And so basically in what question I write down here? So what's your favorite part, right,
Hmm.
of this line of work, as people want to, as we see it, it is kind of like work. But what's
No,
your,
it's work.
I
It's
mean,
work.
yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely is.
And I'm
You
out of
love
work right
it,
now. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
but what's your favorite, like, what's the most favorite part of it
Of the
for
whole
you?
thing, it changes. It changes.
Okay.
Um, I think I'm in a phase now where I really love making the music and creating it. I'm just in it, maybe because I'm old now, but
You're not old.
I'll be 50 next year. I'm cool. I'm happy to be old. You know, when
You're
people
not
said I
fit.
wouldn't
Yeah,
be
no, you
old,
won't be.
I'll be 50 next year.
No, you
Yeah,
won't.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm proud of that because let me tell you, you know how many people said that I'll be dead by the time I was 18, and I would, yeah, I'm here, nigga. Some of them is dead. I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
What? And yes, yes, he does look great, doesn't he?
Yeah, let's wear
And
that.
rest of
If
you,
we're gonna wear that, it's a badge of honor for me.
that's right. He can bend his knees. He can do squats still,
Now my
right?
no, no, my knees is a little
Oh,
questionable sometimes. Sometimes my knees are a little questionable sometimes, but it doesn't even hit on there.
it's
Sometimes
a,
they're a little funny style.
the little funny style.
They're a
Okay,
little funny
look,
style sometimes.
not mad at you.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's your least favorite part of this music world?
Believe it or not, it's promotions. Like this is a weird answer, but I'm gonna tell you because you asked me, and you know we people.
Right.
I hate photo shoots. Um, I hate photo shoots. I've always hated photo shoots. I hate the way I look in pictures. I hate doing interviews. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. But this ain't an interview. We just chopping it up.
We chopping it.
Let me tell you the difference between an interview and what we doing. In an interview, and think about me sitting there doing 30 of them in the same day. They all start with, so how'd you get started? So this and that, it's the same thing. That's the difference between what we doing. So
Yes.
I hate that. So how'd you get to start? And so how did you like I've been doing this to next year 25 years. Like let's just talk. Like
Yeah.
it's better like that. Let's just talk.
Yeah, because definitely. And I have to come from also a artist
Thank you.
world
So you
too.
know. So you know.
Yes. And I want to also kind of dig in and let people know on that other end,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, shit ain't always sweet.
No, it's
They
rarely sweet. It's
that's
rarely sweet.
that's what I was asking, because I know my least favorite part of the damn is the business. I like the business. I mean, now that I'm
The
doing business
politics
for
of it.
others.
But the politics of it is what you don't like.
Yes,
And
yes,
that's why I stopped doing music for about 5, 6 years because what happened was the I love music, always have.
right,
But the politics of the music, the business part of the music business made me not love the music. And that's a real
yes,
thing. That's a real thing. And you can't do it if you don't love it because
yeah,
There's too much. It takes too much out of you to do it, to be doing it and not loving it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact. Anybody, if you guys have any questions, I have some questions, but if you guys have any, let's see about what your fans have to say. Hold on. Okay. Question. Case, do you have any new music now? And you were one of my faves in 2000. This is from Ian Youth Director.
I have put out since 2000. I think I put out 4 albums. I had the Rose Experience. I put out Therapy. I put out Heaven's Door. Uh, and it was like a mixtape kind of one called Hear My Love. So, and I'm working on 2 new ones now. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of new stuff. I
Ah.
seen somebody say Robeson. Shout out Robeson. My high
Robeson
school.
Chump? Who's Robeson Chump?
No, not Robeson. Paul Robeson High School in Brooklyn.
Oh. Because I was like, who the hell is Robeson Chump?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
My bad. Hold on, let's see.
Funny. That's funny.
Another one. Case, I love you. Been still my okay, honey.
And I love you back.
Yes, he loves you back.
I love you. Oh, yes, I do.
That's so funny. I love it. Another one. Is there anyone out now that you would like to work with?
Oh, yeah. My favorite new dude is Ty Dolla $ign. I love that nigga.
Really?
I love Ty Dolla $ign. Yo, his voice got so much soul. I love Ty Dolla $ign. He hands down, that's my favorite.
Ah,
yeah,
Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Is there any other one that you might think of, or give me 5? You know they do this top 5.
I don't know if it's 5.
Okay, give me 2 or 3. Give me 3.
Let me think.
If there's any 3, because I know.
Yeah, I gotta think about it.
Okay.
Well, me and Trey Songz, we've been supposed to do something for a few years, but we always get it wrong. So one day we're gonna get that right.
Okay.
Yeah. One day we're gonna get that right.
Okay.
Who else? I worked with everybody else. What's funny is I worked with everybody in the music business that I ever wanted to work with coming up. Like,
and that's like Mary J.
And some of the stuff never came out, but we worked it. Like the Neptunes, me and LL got a bunch of stuff. Me and Ja did like 5 songs before y'all heard Living It Up.
Really?
Yeah, we did like 5 songs that we couldn't get cleared.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked with the Neptunes. Me and LL did like 3 songs. Only one of them ever came out. Anthony Hamilton, I seen that. That's my guy. Let me tell you,
yes.
I've been knowing Anthony Hamilton since like 1989, before any of y'all knew him. I've been knowing Dave Hollister that long too. Like we was all trying to come up together. Anthony Hamilton used to live across the street from me in Jersey back in 1996, 95, 96.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. And somebody said, have you worked with Rodney Jerkins?
Yeah, but Fred.
Gotcha. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
okay, you stopped out.
Yeah, I
What'd
got a phone call, but me, Rodney, his brother Fred.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
phone
call. I put it on Do Not Disturb, but I forgot favorites come in. Don't do me like that.
Oh, got you. Come on,
but no,
favorite
he didn't see me.
Come on,
He don't see me.
Come on now, you chopping it up with Miss Wilder. Oh, yeah, okay, got
Somebody said Tyrese. We did The Best Man.
Tyrese?
Yeah. Me and Tank. Tank is my dude. Me and Tank.
Right, people.
We did the song with Teddy Riley, "Make Love" off the last album. Yeah.
Make love off the. Okay. All right. Wait, hold on. We got some 6. We got questions. There's a hot new rapper coming up, BBT Nay.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all trying to do a plug. Okay. As always talks about, she wants to work with you. What would you work with? Upcoming artists?
I would.
Would you work with upcoming artists?
Actually,
if
it's hot, I do it.
Yeah, I feel. You know what? In those questions,
yeah.
I mean. Oh, there we go. There I am.
If
the artist is hot, I mean, yeah.
Not even if the artist. If the
I
song
know
is hot. No, if the song is hot, I definitely mess with it. Yeah. But see, what I run into most of the stuff that I run into on social media, they'd be like, yo, it's the hottest thing ever. And then I listen to it, it's garbage. That's just my experience.
But you know what? And a lot of people say shit is hot, just because it's sounding like everything else. People, when you say shit is hot, it doesn't mean because it sounds like the shit that you hear on the radio. That doesn't mean it's hot. People are paying for that to get
No,
plays.
no. No. The shit that they be sending me, it don't even sound like what's on the radio. It just sound like, I guess everybody in their house told them it was hot.
Oh, you mean that
No.
upcoming? Okay.
Yeah, I done heard some fucking shit. But yeah,
Really?
I'm into up and coming artist because I was an up and coming artist. And think about it, I
Yes.
worked on my first album. I had a deal and was coming out. I had Faith wrote a song for me. Faith wrote the song for me that got me signed. And Mary wrote 4 songs on my first album. So I'm definitely with that. I appreciate that.
Mary Wright, Tom.
Yeah. I appreciate I definitely appreciate up and coming artists.
Okay. That's the. And somebody asked, did you ever work with Lauryn Hill?
No, no.
Well,
Lauren
that's
is so
somebody
dope to me. Yeah,
who you.
but she's not really, doing stuff. But she's so dope to me.
I
Matter of
I
fact,
get it.
let me tell you, when we were doing Touch Me, Tease Me, once we were finished, we was like, we need a rapper. So we was like, who can we get? So we went through it. It was like Lauryn Hill, Lil Kim, Left Eye, blah blah. So she was gonna be on Touch Me, Tease Me if we had went that route. Well,
Ah.
excuse me, let me take that. We was gonna ask her to be on Touch Me, Tease Me.
Okay.
Let's go
Okay.
there. Let's say that. Let's say that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got 8 questions here. Jeez. Okay. One, she says, what's your favorite beautiful queen? Green Eyes 305 says, what's your favorite thing about doing shows?
Um, because when I do a show, when you're in the studio, like I'm in my studio now. If I write a song right now, to me it's dope, but I don't have no idea if people gonna like it or not. When you're on stage, you sing a song, right then and there.
Vibration energy.
Then
Yes.
energy, cheers or booze, which I never got booed, but cheers or booze, or I say if people are sitting down or standing up. So
People sit there.
that's my favorite thing about it. It's like instant. It's like instant gratification.
It
You
got
you know
you.
right then and there. Like I remember when Happily Ever After was out. We was on tour. It was me, Drew Hill, Faith, and Total, right? And so Happily Ever After came out right when the tour started. So I added it to my show. So the first show, when I sang Happily Ever After, nobody knew it. So when they sat there and looked at me, and then when I hit the high note, they all clapped. And then the second show, a couple of people made noise when it came on, but it was the same thing. The third show was here in Atlanta, and as soon as it came on, almost half the crowd got up and stuff. I'm like, okay, and that's what I'm talking about. Like if they like it, if they don't.
And that's the good part of it all. Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
real on real time.
and it's a connection. It's a connection
Yeah.
because the,
Yes.
the the people that's there, they get to put the music to a person, to a real person that could touch them, that could be right there in their presence. Like so, and that's dope.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Somebody says, a fan says, Raven223, I love the song Faded Pictures. Young song kept me going even when I want to give up. Oh,
Ah, man, thank you. I appreciate that. I remember when that song was out, I was in Detroit, and this girl named Keisha, I wish I could find her. She was like 17. Um, and she called the radio station and she was like, I just wanted to tell Case that I love him. And she said that her and her best friend were listening to Faded Pictures on repeat coming from a club or a party, something like that.
mm-hmm.
And they got in an accident and her best friend died. And she like broke down on the radio and I told her come to the radio station. And me and her was cool. I used to every time I came to Chicago, and then she was in Detroit, I would always have her come and bring her to the shows and stuff. But it's just crazy to me the way that music affects people. And I can relate to that because like Michael Jackson was my imaginary best friend when I was a kid. And so
Wasn't he?
yeah. No, mine, not yours. Mine.
Oh,
Don't be
really?
trying to steal my imaginary best friend, y'all. Get your own. You
Give
had
up.
Jermaine. You had Jermaine.
I'll take your bag, damn it.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I got Mike. I got Mike. I got Mike.
Oh,
You
oh,
take Jermaine. You take
okay,
Jermaine.
okay. All right, I'll
Okay.
give
You
that to
take
you.
Jermaine. You take Jermaine. But so I understand how music affects people. Like, you know what I mean?
Got
Because
you.
it affects me like that.
Yes, definitely. So, see, yeah, everybody over here, listen, we get into all the questions as we possibly can.
Yeah, yeah,
We got the man got things to do, so we're gonna get as
yeah.
many questions. Got a few more minutes. Hold on. Um, let's see. Somebody asked, "What part of Jersey are you from?"
I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay, y'all. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Somebody want to put you in Jersey. I don't know why.
Mm. I used to live in Jersey, but I'm
Oh,
not from Jersey. Yeah,
okay. There you go. That's your answer, lady.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what else?
I think my thing finished updating, so I should be cool now. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay. Um, now somebody said they think that Case,
Wasn't me.
Genuine, RL, and Tyrese should be a group.
Nope. That's my answer
I
to
don't know
that.
these people. Listen, I'm
Nah,
gonna
that's
call these folks your folk.
they are folks. They are folks, but
Yeah.
yeah, they don't need to know everything behind the scenes. But nope.
Nope. Okay. Uh, now the other one. Would you ever work with Beyonce or Kelly Rowland? Which one?
Both of them is my people. Both of them. Both of them. Oh, I had to choose.
Yeah.
I don't gotta choose. We could all do it. I ain't gotta
He's
choose.
like,
Like,
look, don't put me in the middle of that. Okay.
yeah, don't,
We-
yeah, don't, yeah. Nah, we not doing that. Like, yeah. I mean, they both dope. They both dope.
And
Like, those are all my people. Me and Beyonce's moms is cool. Me and Beyonce's pops is cool. Me and Kelly is cool. We all cool. So
everybody, okay. And now, question: what is your normal day like? What was your
now,
normal day? Well, no, no.
oh,
Everybody's normal day is the same answer.
nigga, every day
Okay,
is Monday. Every day
every
is
day.
Monday.
That's straight up.
And I'm a substitute teacher now, apparently.
That's great.
No, it's not.
Why?
Because I hate this homeschooling shit.
No, listen.
No, you're not going to change my mind on this. I'm telling you.
Wait, the
No.
babies need that.
And they
Our
got that. I don't
culture.
have to like it.
You gonna listen. You gonna love it when they start saying, "See, my dad,"
See,
or
I'ma love it when. We talking about now. We talking about now. You see what you did? You
yeah.
tell me what I'm gonna. Let me talk about gonna.
You said no, 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 no. No. And somebody asked when his birthday. They said, when is your birthday?"
October 4th.
Yes, he is a Libra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Start all the trouble in the world.
Me? Not me, not me, not me. Don't do that. Look,
Now, what?
you see this halo?
You so funny. You and let me see. Okay, here's another question. What singles are you sad about not being blown up the way you wanted to be?
That's a good question. You know what song that I'm at? It was supposed to be the third single of Open Letter. And I ain't gonna tell you all the stuff that happened, but Conversate was supposed to be the third single. And that's Jazz from Drew Hill singing in the background and Conversate. Um, so yeah, I was mad about that. I'm also
You know
mad
what?
because me and Ghostface did a song together, and it's in Johnson Family Reunion or the Vacation. One of them Georgia, the Johnson
Okay.
family, and they messed up the video, so it was so much going on there. So
Really?
yeah,
See,
AB. I
oh,
see my man. I
AB's in
see
the
my man. That's my
yes,
guy. He from
I
the
know.
town.
AB, he starts a lot of trouble. Well, yeah, that's
He's
that
supposed to though. That's
boy.
my guy. That's my guy though right there. That's my guy right there.
Um, okay. Someone said, let me see. Okay, here we go. Miss ACB. When can we expect new music?
Uh, well, I'm in the studio right now working on it. So what's the last album I put out came out the end of 2018. So I'm in the studio right now, as you can see. Look, see, there you go my microphone. There you
He
go.
ready.
So I
He
got you.
ready.
I was that's what I was in here doing when I jumped on here. So I got you.
Oh,
I
okay.
got you. I
Now,
got you.
could they go and get your the single that you previously put out?
No, it was a whole album. Yeah, it's on Apple Music.
All right, so people,
All them albums. Therapy is on there. Heaven's Door is on there. All that is on there.
got you. Now, Is your now another question for you? Have you ever dealt with like performance? Now I know this as, but tell me about yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dealt with performance anxiety?
Mm-mm. Nah, but this
Ever?
is this. I don't ever remember having that problem. But you gotta remember, I've been jumping on stage with my pops with his groups from the time I was like 4 years old.
East Coast.
No, even after he left them, and he would just have groups, and they would be rehearsing, and they would do their little shows and stuff. They would pull me on stage. I was 3, 4 years old singing "Papa Was Rolling Stone" and all that. So I never had
Really?
that. But I do have this thing. Um, I have butterflies before every show to this day. But whenever I have a show and I don't have butterflies, I get worried because that's not going to be a good show, and it never is.
Really?
And if I don't have butterflies before I go on stage, like sometimes I'm like, yo, I don't feel nothing. And those are the shows that those are not, well, to me they're not good shows.
They're not. Then
Everybody
you.
everybody else is like, oh, I loved it. To me that shit was trash. I just want to go in my room and cry. But yeah,
That's so funny.
yo, seriously.
Oh my God. I have another question. I'm trying to get
Hmm.
through the questions because I know
Okay.
fans are just like throwing questions in it.
Hmm.
What do you, hold on, what do you think this COVID experience will inspire you to talk about in a song?
Uh, well, this is not gonna inspire me to talk about nothing. But
Wait,
no,
hold
no,
on.
this experience.
Why
No,
you say it like that?
no, because it's not this experience. I've been talking and trying to figure out how to do an album for the past 5 years. I think that our music, meaning black people, we
You
always,
good.
no, I had to make sure. Where our music, if you think back, we've always had party music, we've always had controversial music, and we've always had a message. And right now we got everything except a message and a conscience in our music, and that's what but I've been wanting to do it for about 5, 6 years, but I have to make sure that it's right. And so it's not necessarily from this experience, but I am doing an album like that. I'm working on 2 albums right now. So
So you're doing a double album?
no, there's 2 separate albums. One is going to be a regular album. The other one is going to be a conscious album.
Got you.
Cause somebody got to talk about some real shit, and nobody is.
And that's the second.
Well, no, I take that back. I won't say nobody is. I
Some
will say
people,
that right, and there's not a lot of people in R&B talking about it at all.
correct.
You can only say I love you, come to my house, let's have sex so many times. Like it's only in so many ways. Like you got to talk about something at some point, and that's not that I'm at that point.
So what do you think about the R&B music today?
I like a lot of it. Um, Now the R&B music that gets heavily promoted and that's popular, I'm not a fan of, which is different from the R&B
The
music.
real R&B music. I feel
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. But what they're pushing, I'm not really that big of a fan of that
Got you. Um,
because they don't want the message. They don't
of,
they don't want that out.
no,
Why would
definitely
they?
not. um, Now there's somebody here trying to. Oh, his name is Raphael Lavaz, and he's dope. So, but he wants to know a question here. What does an up and coming R&B artist like himself have to do to sing background for you? He's ready whenever you are.
Oh, I already got background. I had my background singer since 1995.
Oh my God.
So yeah. So
They growing gray hair with him. No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
that no, that's
Wait,
real. That's real.
wait.
How them niggas say keep it real? That's real.
You said keep it real. No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
real.
real. It
You
is
said,
what it
look,
is.
y'all gonna grow old with me. Y'all stay with me.
We're gonna
I
die
don't care.
together. Yeah, we're gonna die together.
We gonna die together.
Yeah,
Libras are loyal people. Libras are
yeah,
loyal.
yeah.
Um, Let me see. And then somebody mentioned there's no storyline in this music today. Really is none. No.
Well, it's
It's
the
like
same story. It's the same story.
it's the same story with this the repetition of I don't know. It's
This
like
started. This
double
started
words.
a long. Yeah, this started a long time ago though. When they took the music out of the schools. Cause remember, you had to play. We used to learn how to play instruments in
All
school,
yes.
even
Drums,
if it was the
clarinet,
punk
flute.
ass recorder. Yeah. Now, once Ronald Reagan, aka First Satan, once he came, it stopped. All that stopped. And that's when hip hop. That's when hip hop came because we had to find a way to express ourselves. But think about it, nobody plays instruments. There's no minor chords in the music, and the minor chords is where the soul is at in black music. That's what's in church music. Ain't none of that no more. Because don't nobody even know how to play that. Everything is a loop of some happy ass chords. Everybody's singing high as hell. Nigga, where your net? Yeah, where your nuts at, son? Yeah. No, that's real. That's real. Wop, what up, Wop? I just see my man checking. I ain't spoke to my man in a while. Wop, you don't know Wop, Mr. Whip. That's fam. That's fam. That's fam. Yeah, because both of them dudes could sing. So if it's the right song, hell yeah, can't wait. I respect singers. I respect singers. Yeah, I respect singers. Too. Mm-mm-mm. Case music at Gmail. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hold on, good dog. I gotta turn this light on. Yeah, I see you. You slow. You slow right now. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I got you. I got you. I got you. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. I think my next door neighbor's a pervert. So I don't. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They saying they can't hear you. They saying they can't hear you. They saying there's no sound on your end. You acting funny. Girl, how about now? No volume. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, there go the thumb. Jay, young Jerry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm seeing my people. No, y'all can't hear. Can y'all hear me? I got you, Shy. Hey, Sunita. They said they can hear me, not you. Hmm. Still no sound on your end. Let me find out you push mute, because I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine. Yeah, that's crazy. Trump did this. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm-mm. Okay, got you. No, I'm about to go get a drink and I'll be right back. Hey, no, go back on. I'm coming right back. I promise you. All right, all right.